Hello vinyl community and anyone else watching this. Thought I'd make a very quick video for Branton Young. Hello Branton. Branton has reached the 200 subscriber mark, and congratulations. He should have reached it a long time ago in my opinion. But so he's having a little 200 subscriber contest, and I'll get to that in a second. But congratulations, Branton. Check out his channel if you haven't. Branton is an eclectic music listener, to say the least. He really likes metal, but at the same time, he really likes Debbie Gibson and Whitney Houston and Madonna and the kind of stuff that I like, religious records and foreign records, and he loves going to thrift stores and finding very interesting records that one was like Bob and Dick or something. I can't remember his last video, and I wrote him, you have to buy that. How could you not buy that? That kind of stuff, the kind of wacky stuff that I buy. So if you like my thrift store videos, check out Branton's channel. Just an eclectic mix of stuff. He also shows some magazines, which are really cool, CDs, all kinds of stuff. He has a girlfriend, Vintage Owl, who also has a channel. Check her channel out as well. And okay, there's my plug. Branton, congratulations, you deserve it. You should have gotten it a long time ago. And onto the contest. Branton wants us to show our favorite record label, what it looks like, why we like it, and or our favorite music-wise record label, and what's on it, and why we like it that way. I'm going to choose the and I'm going to do two labels. My favorite design for a label, which is a pretty poor design, I think. And if you've watched my channel a long time, you might know what I'm going to show you. I just like the name and how retro it is, and I don't know, there's just something about it. And the label is right here. See if you can get that. Spinorama Records. Long time ago, a couple of years ago anyway, I found a podcast called Spinorama, and they use the label for this. And this is a Jimmy Soul album, by the way. Might as well hold it up. Maybe you can use it for the I can never think what those things are called. The little picture. Anyway. So there, okay, I held that up. And here's the label. It's a pretty simple design, but it's a retro design, and I really sort of like it. I like it's almost a maze, but it's not a maze. It's just a very crooked circle drawn with straight lines. And that's it. And they did do label variations later with just a plain yellow label, but that one's boring. This, I don't know, there's just something about this label that I really, really like. It attracts me. It's so vintage and so of its time that I really like it. So that's all I can say. Is just it's a really simple but really cool retro design that I really, really like. There's the back side of this album, and you can pick Spinorama albums up for $1 or less usually, which is another attraction for them. But to make this video a little longer, and I'm going to show my favorite music label. A hint is playing beside you. I got another Spinorama album here, a Louis Prima album called Box of Oldies with Louis Prima and Keely Smith. And this is a 60s album. This label was started in '59, and I think through '62 went the label that I showed you. I don't know when this is from, but it's sealed. It's never been opened, so I'm going to do a sealed to revealed for you, Branton. I'm going to open this. The shrink wrap is pretty torn, so I'm not really losing anything. In fact, I got a knife. I don't even need it. I just got to rip the shrink wrap because I can't save it anyway. So here we go. An album that's over 50 years old. It's probably older than I am. Could be close to 60 years old. Ripping the shrink wrap off. There we go. So, a very nice condition cover. Clearly, it's been in shrink all these years. No sleeve. Let's see which label it's on. Oh, and it is on my favorite label. Here we go. First time ever out of the package. No inner sleeve. Louis Prima and Keely Smith, Box of Oldies on Spinorama Records. Well, it looks pretty good as far as flatness goes. There we go. So a sealed to revealed on that. So cheap a company, not even an inner sleeve. I'll get one in a minute. My second label, my favorite label of things to listen to musically, is sort of a cheat. But it's the only label I've ever really collected. And I'll never hope to have everything on it. But I get as much as I can get that's reasonable. And that label is, this is still in shrink too, Rhino. I love Rhino Records. This is the Monkees, which Present album. It's a Rhino reissue. And let me show you really quickly just a typical Rhino label, because that one doesn't have it. Just want you to see labels. So there's the typical Rhino label right there. It's just yellow with the Rhino on it. No big deal. But I always did like their little guy, the little Rhino. I always thought he was cool. But one of the things I like, besides they just have covered every musical genre there is like Sundays, they'll take their labels and make them look like somebody else's. This Rhino label looks like a Coal Gems label because it's a Monkees album. And I always liked that about them. I always thought that was cool. But Rhino has, I mean, I live in the 60s, and Rhino has the Turtles and the Monkees and, well, my collection's right here. New Orleans albums and frat rock albums. And, of course, their Great Nugget series. And, well, I'm not finding those. Hang on. They've got these Billboard series. Another sealed album. Looking for my British Invasion, but I'm not finding them for some reason. Anyway, they've got British Invasion albums. They've got all kinds of stuff. And not just 60s, 50s through now, actually. So, to listen to and to collect, and musically, Rhino has always been my go-to label and my label to collect. So there you go, Spinorama and Rhino. So once again, Branton, congratulations on 200 subs, 200 plus subs as you put it. That's awesome, you deserved it a long time ago. And here's my entry, and hope I encourage everybody else to check out his channel and to enter as well. Like me, subscribe me, like him, subscribe to him. And I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for doing the contest, Branton. Bye.